very pleasing, and thank you very much. And to all the participants, my very warm good afternoon. I'm talking from the southern tip of the country. Here it is not so very warm. I know in the north it is cooler, and in your region must be somewhat midway. Okay, so here, oh, that's one. And then this session I've given to me is afternoon session. All NEP sessions are like that. Happy to know it is a 6th or 7th day here. And now you have understood now the pattern. And it is, and the principle of the institution. I'm sorry, sir, I forgot I missed the name. Okay, so the who are collaborating with the SGBAU University, MMTTC. Okay, and all the faculty members from there. My very special regards and welcome to each one of you. Okay, and my special thanks to Professor Atik Mohammed sir, who is the director of Malawiya Mission Teaching Training Center, and the faculty. Yeah, so and I know all the UGC, MMTTC, SGBAU are associated with that. Okay, and then we come to the core point. There are 10 theme areas given, and it is known as NEP sensitization orientation. And whether this NEP sensitization orientation is essential or not. Almost all the topics are covered. And as a director of Calicut MMTTC, we conduct the same program. Okay, so, and I'm the resource person with, and I'm happy to say I haven't given the responsibility of taking skill development. And skill development, research development, I consider as the topmost priority. Others, I won't say others are not important. And if I'm right or wrong towards the end of the session, yeah, you may come to you can give remarks or conclusion. And whatever questions are there, you may interrupt, but otherwise, no, you can post it in the group and I will try to answer, because for everything, I do not answer. Okay, so thank you. Then regarding the current situation, why this NEP and all, before that, we have to understand that it is a difficult phase for the entire education scenario in the country, because we have been given the task of, and unfortunately or fortunately, you are the people who has to work with it. A new pattern, it has become essential. Otherwise, the survival chances of everything, country, economy, the people associated with that. Why my camera? Yeah. So everything that we will notice why, and then the future of the young generation. So I used to say in all my sessions, we should consider ourselves lucky. I see 56 members here. After your UG or PG, PhD, and everything, may have been, we wanted to become a teacher and we got the job and it is going on. But what about the current generation, all the young generation, young people, today's youngest days in front of you? You are a first year, second year, third year, and PG students and all. Okay, what lies ahead for them? Okay, and how to tell them what exactly they have to do in order to succeed. Okay, so, and what skills are necessary, essential for survival in today's world. So with this prologue, I take to my first slide. I hope I'm audible, clear. Is it okay? My slide is also visible, sir?
Yes, the voice is audible. My screen is also visible now. Your voice Kindly unmute yourself, sir. Your voice is not audible.
Yeah, something went wrong and I couldn't unmute. Now it's fine. I re-entered and it's fine. Am I audible? Clear? No? Okay.
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. But I don't know. Somehow it got muted and I couldn't unmute. Okay, so generally it must be okay. Doesn't matter. So we go to the first. Yeah, my second slide. I returned there. Unmuting by the host is required. So I was talking about this legendary. Yes, great. Rabindranath Tagore, what he told long ago. It's very interesting. A person who passed away in 1940s, and during his period, in many his speeches, his life itself, this was the thing. And this actually is a paraphrased statement. Don't, what he said, don't limit a child to, don't try to teach the kids. Kids means our students, what we learned during our period of time. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you did your UGPG. If you try to do that, if you try to teach them exactly in the same way, it won't work, because they are born in another time, born in time. Is that's what we call generational foresight. Okay, so what's happening in Indian education system? That's what I said in the beginning. We are all teachers. The new generation teachers are, you are all caught in this particular, critical whirlpool where we have to sort it out. Okay, because we were following, because many teachers used to tell me, we were just simply following what our teachers did. It has become necessary. And what's wrong with the system? Because we are following the old system that is not relevant today. Why? That is because now what's happening, lots of modern relevance it has, it lost. And rigid system it is. Graduates unprepared for job markets. Unprepared. Okay. So, and also the so-called curiosity, creativity, not there. Students should be curious, creativity, and they should contribute something for. And that's the reason why, if you are seeing less number of patents, products from this country, and if you have to look forward to other countries, best example, importing everything from China. We have reached such a level. Why? That's the big question. Okay. And I take you to another great personality, Franklin Roosevelt, 1940. He made a speech at the University of Pennsylvania, and what he told the teachers in 1940. Yeah, same thing I'm repeating. What he said, we cannot build a future for our youth. If students come to you, ask with the BCom or BSc or engineering, they will get a job. There is no guarantee. But we can build the youth for the future. What does that mean? Prepare them with the right skills and knowledge. Skills. We are providing knowledge, but skills and resilience, that is also another skill, life skill to proceed. Okay. And Franklin Roosevelt, no, 1940, remember, he is a person with good education, Columbia, Howard, and all. This is background. Okay. And then I go to the next side. And what is the skill, knowledge, and resilience? What does the resilience means? Many of my youngest days, I'm fortunate to say I have been with like you, with a college for a long period of time before joining the university as a professor, then coming here as the director. And many of my students who went abroad, and they face this dilemma. And what I have seen there is they're saying, sir, we are all theoretically very good. Practical knowledge, like we have to catch up. And they blame us. This is the way you have taught us. And they are finding the students from other countries, Vietnam, Pakistan, South Korea, not Pakistan, sorry, Vietnam. And somehow we are not knowing all this. And finding it, they found it very difficult. And later they caught up. That's another thing. And another thing, what I want to say, this resilience. Many students who went to Canada, they face this difficulty, Canadian education, Canadian experience. And we may wondering, what is that? Yeah, they do not recognize our education system in the sense we lack the practical skills. Somebody has to work in their kind of factory or industry, and then only they will consider it as that person is employable. And many students with AI degree, sorry, not AI, data science and engineering degree in the computer science went there, and 2-3 years they studied. And last year, a sudden transformation happened in Canada. They are not welcoming immigrants like earlier days. Now they need highly skilled people in specific fields, and they have categorized this computer science as not important. 3-4 years, spending money for 50 lakhs, 75 lakhs, 1 crore, loaned out money, and coming to know that their education, and that is not a preferred skill. And they have given priority for something else, health, STEM, and all those. But in that category, with the advent of AI, computer science and data science, it is not much there. After 3-4 years, they're facing a quite dilemma, what to do. And the students with the necessary resilience they know what to do. They will somehow survive. And that's what. So this is the same scenario. We call it as the skill, knowledge, and resilience. And do we provide any training? I don't know. And then I take you to the most important, another part of the my topic, World Economic Forum, international body. You see the size. Their Future of Jobs report, 2025. Very interesting. And in one of the in April 3rd week, this was their topic, discussion topic in the forum, future of jobs in India. What is happening? And it is interesting to read and very important also. And it is a warning for all of us. Whether you are in Kerala or Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra, don't feel we are all safe. We are safe as long as the students are there. Why should the students come to us? That is what we are seeing here. 2/3, 67% or 70% of the companies in India, they are complaining, their grievance is that talent pools, the students we produce, degree or engineering, who might be that, they are not with the necessary skills. Globally, this problem is there. Africa, everywhere together. But in India, it is acute, 70%. So what the companies are doing, companies like Adani, Tata, banks, many banks, HDFC, ICICI, and all of them, they themselves started training the students. Imagine a situation after +2, you come to us and we will train them. You join for our kind of a skilled program. And that is what, because their complaint is, no, the students we are, suppose somebody is going to a company, they do not have the skill. And what skill, that we'll see in the coming slides. Okay. So removing degree increments, offering apprenticeships, it is a very dangerous situation. Okay. So most of the companies. And then what is the future of jobs look like in India? I know there are teachers from social sciences, languages, and I am from the biology background, sciences. Everybody is there. But whether we like it or not, see, your kid, I'm talking about your own son or daughter, or my own son and daughter. After education, what? They should get a job. Okay. And if the jobs are in, that is what the future of jobs in India, International Forum, they are saying that fastest growing jobs are all in the technology. It is going to come up. And our subjects, it should be linked with big data, AI, machine learning, cyber security. So what does it mean? Whatever we learned during the past, it may not be enough. We may have to study something new, reskilling or upskilling. What we learned some few years ago may not be sufficient. And for that, there are government of India is offering various missions. Anyway, so this is one key point. So the World Economic Forum opened a survey. It shows that in India, this is a global point. In India, and this is where the India fails also. Companies are finding that skilled employees are not in the local labor market. What do you mean by local labor market? You are in Nagpur and you are the persons who are producing the kits, training the youngsters for the local labor market. UG, PG, engineering, they come out, approach the company, and the company are finding out that the students from Nagpur University or in Kerala University or what might be that, Indian universities, they are not good enough. So what the company does, suppose you are a company owner, what you will do? You will hire somebody who has the necessary skill. And they are seeing the trend, foreign labor. It doesn't mean foreign, bringing in all everybody foreign. The students with the international education, they will be preferred. That is the meaning. Okay. And together with that, read like that. Now we have all the universities, colleges, it was going on. But now the with the new education policy, government has opened up the education, deemed universities, autonomous colleges, and collaborations with international universities. And there are so many Indian universities there in India itself with very high fees and all. But if the students joining, they are happy, and if they are getting jobs, and they will spread through the social media, whether it is X or Facebook or WhatsApp. I completed this post after +2. Suppose you just think like that. One student goes to one highly costly university. He could afford it. And then he can afford it because now bank loans also there. And then after that, he gets jobs. Others are not getting the job. Others who studied in your college or my college are not getting the job. What is the message? And it spreads. Okay. So that's the third point you have to remember. So future of jobs in India. And I'll share these links with you later because this is all from the future of jobs in India. It is still open. Very good article. Okay. And this forum also very good. And next one, what is happening in the future? Doesn't mean jobs are not there. Jobs are there. 170 million new jobs. 1 million is 10 lakhs. 170 million jobs by 2030 internationally. And half, but there's a warning. It will replace nearly half of the old kind of jobs. Around 92 million. We put it 90. So what is priority? And then students with outdated, irrelevant skill. And what is this outdated, irrelevant skill? We'll see that. And then another one, India Skills Report 2024. 65% of high school graduates, CBSE or state, they are joining for degrees which they have no interest or capacity to learn. You may wonder why. Suppose you are in the region and you want to put your son in a specific college. If admission is not there for the specific course, they will join some other course. A science student forced to join economics, how it will come out? It is there. That is the scenario with lots of girls also, because there are a lot of limitations we know. Anyway, so ultimately what happened? They come ill-equipped for the job market. Okay. And another one, career counseling platform, 2019 data. Majority of Indian students, I would say Indian parents also, majority, familiar with 7 conventional careers. After plus 2 were to go, then you will say, let them medical, or sorry, join a coaching factory, doctor, engineer, or a lawyer, or a CA, or a teacher, school, university, something like that. Or otherwise, civil services, IAS, IF, all those things, MBA. These are the generally very well known Indian scenario. But the modern economy, it offers 250 career options with the 40 domains. 5,000 of jobs are 5,000 job types are there. Okay. But the students, after studying in our college for 1, 2 years, 3 years, and ultimately when they come out, they find that they have followed careers. That is, first of all, they do not have the skills. We have not provided them the necessary skills to fit into the new thing. And why they are joining forced to, yeah, that is because family and the society, parents, everybody tell them, you go and join the engineering or MBBS degree and or something like that, or CA, and that will be fine. Anyway, so we'll go to the career counseling platform, and what are those domains? You carefully read this list. I hope it is readable. The modern economy, 250 career options, 40 domains. All the 40 are not there. I have put some domains here. Okay, and various job types under each domain. So first you can take engineering technology, robotics engineer, environmental engineer, data science. Again, it's not given. But no, that part you skip it. And then medicine, healthcare, that I am skipping. Law and legal services, not the ordinary law. Cyber laws are there. Human rights laws. Options are there. Business management, supply chain analyst. It's a career. We take the design part. Game designer. So many games are there. Somebody is designing, and that is a job. Fashion stylist. See, academics, now whether we like it or not, fashion is very much there. The kind of pattern students are looking forward to, young youth. Options are there. And suppose a company working in this line, when look for somebody, employees, our students are not fitting into, they do not have the skill because they have studied our traditional way of education. What is that? Main subject, ancillary or secondary, subsidiary subject, first language, second language. Anyway, then hospitality and tourism, travel consultant, lot of travels. In Kerala itself, it has a tourist destination, and all our tourist destinations during the season, except during the March season, they are full. It's a big industry now. A lot of people coming to Alapi, houseboats, and to your region also. Ajanta, Ellora, Nasik, and all these places. Then event management. What is that? All these marriages. Now it has become a big business, another big business. Companies are taken over. 5-10 lakhs rupees each family spends. And who does it? All this event management. And there are youngest days. And with what kind of training, we do not know. And then you take the next example, last one, quite interesting. Performing arts. We all watch so many movies, and then movies we know. Yeah, I remember the name of that Hindi in most of the Hindi movies. It is Saroj Khan or some such name, choreographer. But now we have so many channels. Regional languages itself, how many channels are there? National, how many channels? It all involves choreography, choreographers, skilled choreographers. Otherwise, no, you and me will not watch it. And music, so many serials, theater directors. So all these are the modern economy offering. Careers are there. And then lots of others also, so that I am leaving. Okay. So this is the scenario, global scenario according to the career counseling platform. But our students, they know most of them 7 conventional careers. I'm not talking about the well-educated. See, we may be knowing better, not the people who are in the educated and all literate, others. And then I take you to I'll show you one clear-cut example. Can you read out these names? This came in December 14th, 2025, local Malayalam daily. Crane operators in this article was about these 9 girl students who are so happy and doing a job, that is crane operator, container movement in the Adani port. These 9 ladies are doing, and how they reach there. And you read their qualifications, that you can see. That's what exactly was telling. What are the qualifications? You can just make out. First one, physics, computer engineering. Another one in the computer, electronics, commerce, maths and all. And they are the ones who are now operating there, the cranes and all. And operating the crane doesn't mean they are going to the field and all. It is a comfort. They are in a comfort zone on their own. Yeah. And I'll take you to that video. Just one moment. Occasionally I'll be taking you to some videos like this.
വനിതകൾ ഏറ്റെടുക്കുന്ന.
So what you see in this movie, sorry, not movie, this video is, those young ladies are sitting, and they are the article was about women empowerment. Anyway, so they are sitting like this. And what happened there? Adani, when he opened up this Adani port a few months ago in the Trivandrum, he was looking for the locally skilled people. So he provided them the training. And these youngest days, with the training, they became operators of this thing. That doesn't mean no, they're going to be all these jobs everywhere often. But this is one example of a new career option. Okay. Here you can see they are all with the help of a system, and then the joystick and all. This is how it is being done. Okay, so that's one aspect. Then we'll go back to the next slide. World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report. What does it say? Very important data. It says that these are the fastest growing jobs. Big data specialists, data analysis, yes, AI and all, fintech engineers, all these GPay, Paytm, all these apps, Beam, everything, and also so many other apps. Okay. For example, LIC payment also. Okay. And then AI and machine learning specialists. Is it shared, this slide? Yes. Is it visible? Am I audible? Is there any issue? I can continue. Okay. Hello.
You can, sir.
Yeah, somebody unmute and say, okay, so I can follow, no? Otherwise, no, you put it as, okay. Okay, so what does it say? Yeah, AI and machine learning specialists, software developers, software and application developers. What does that mean? Software apps are there. So many apps in your phone, my phone, everywhere. Who develops it? And then autonomous and electronic vehicle, EV vehicles. One add to that, the solar panel specialists. Now all across the country, it is spreading like anything. Who will manufacture it? Some small industry. Who will assemble it? Who will service it? And similarly, EV vehicle. Only 9 to 10% EV vehicle has penetrated Indian market. Another 5-10 years by 2030 or 2045, because that is the UN SDGs. It will be more number of EV vehicles. Options are there. Parts, servicing, and then autonomous vehicles, driverless cars. Technology is developing like that. And these are the areas. That's what the world, and this is a world trend, not only India alone. Okay. Next one, that is the dangerous one for us. Fastest declining jobs. Read it carefully. This is why, this is one of the core point of NEP. This is where our country is stuck. My state and your state everywhere. And we are training students in this line because these were the jobs of some, we can say, our generation. Now it's all changed. Clerical secretary work. I have put one example. Banks. One major employee is a clerical staff. Now they use AI-powered OCR and machine learning to process forms and documents. You submit online, what happens? If any comments now, please post it and I will see it occasionally. Okay, I don't see any comments. Someone joined, someone left. That's all. Okay, fine. So this is a reality. And then XBI, manual data entry up to 90% through automation. So you can imagine number of posters. You will see posters are there, but the total number. And second one, ticket clerks. How do you travel in metros? And can we expect the same in future in the rural stations also? Now only the present generation, maybe your parents, my parents, they are not so familiar with all these apps. But the current generation, young generation, and our generation also well educated. So it's a matter of time. Replaced by self-service. And there all know you will be just like scanning your ticket, barcode, QR code, and you are entering into bus. And ticket clerks, TTE. Is it necessary? Just like in metros. Okay. And third one, bank tellers, data entry clerks, already mentioned. Internet banking, that's what we do. I don't go to bank at all for this for so many years. Sorry, very rarely we go. Now it is not needed. Everything delivered at home, except for putting our gold or something in the locker now. Otherwise, producing the document, it is not necessary. So the number is coming down. Printing. How do you print your papers now? You go to a printing shop. Earlier, there were so many computer centers, internet caves. Where are they? What happened to all those people who started the computer companies, not companies, sorry, computer study centers? NIT, Data Pro, where are they? And last one, accountants and auditors. How do you do your income tax assessment? Vast majority teachers, I understand, software is there. Or put it on the Excel sheet, programmed Excel sheet, it does it. And now added to that, you put your income tax in the Google AI, they will do it. Very good calculation, provided you have a basic knowledge about how much is your what we call standard deduction and sorry, what is your home loan and all. So what is happening here? Earlier we all vast majority we used to approach as chartered accountant. Maybe 500,000 rupees 10 years ago. No, but that avenue is also closing down. So what does that mean? Fastest declining jobs in together the day ahead. That's why in Kerala we see the most alarming trend is lack of train takers for BCom. That was one of the most coveted course earlier. Okay, so this is the second point, fastest declining, and this is the world scenario, not Indian scenario alone. And what do? We teach our students in this line. So, and then what is necessary? Yeah, and for that, Government of India has this introduced Skill India mission, like websites are there. Sorry, the programs, and where we can visit, the students can visit and they can get the skills, and it is a set of teachers to take them. And visit the Skill India website, Skill India mission website, and there no you will see, I'll share the link later, online courses, offline courses, there's a huge list is there. In addition to doing degree with you, the students can make use of these courses based on their taste and interests. Okay, Skill India mission, Skill India digital hub. Okay, and these links, no, okay, and then internship programs, internship, free and paid internships are there for students. Maybe all this not available in the government website, but there are other options also. Anyway, then there is this one, NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSD, Government of India. What they do, visit their website, and there are various options in your region. Who are the training partner, and what are the sector cell councils? Okay, then NSDC training center. Suppose you want to get a training, or your student want to get a training in a certain region or a specific area. Okay, and then there are other links, sublinks. National Portal for Trainers and Assessors, Skilling Resource Marketplace, and Extreme Right. Yeah, I'll take, there are so many links. Okay, Technical Indian Training Program. So these are the places where we should we should see that we are taking our students. National Skill Development Corporation, what is it say, what it says? So what is the purpose? It is for skilling ecosystem, our students to get skills. And what is the role of college teachers with respect to NSDC? Even if we are unaware, or if we are not familiar, or we are not bothered, we have to, number one, integrating skills with education. NEP, what exactly NEP says? Provide the vocational training, vocational education with the mainstream curriculum. So college teachers can reach their crucial role by teaching skill embedded courses. Okay, and how can you become, your institution can offer a skill embedded course, either your college or university or polytechnic or a department, a single department of your college. It can become NSDC affiliated training partner. That's what I shown you in the beginning. NSDC training partners are here, and your college's name will come. Okay, that is step one. So becoming a training partner, and then what to do? Run skill development course in your college. If it is a cotton belt area which is required for the cotton industry, if you are offering some course, not some course, a course which is good for the local market. For example, if your college is placed in, I cite the example of Nasik, because we are all familiar with Nasik for the reason it is actually in the Konkan route and we all cross it, and beautiful landscape after Ikkattu, Tangala and all, Ikkatupuri, and then the wine orchards, and then I have read this whole wine industry is very much developed. So in that region, what is required? The skills related to wine industry, wine agriculture farms, and that is what required. Okay, so if any courses being run there, okay, so we can become a training partner, provided you feel that you know the wine, you have the expertise to do what we call wine refinement or something related to the wine industry. And then simply you cannot become a master trainer there. In your college, no, when you start the course, there should be good trainers. And to become a trainer, NSDC trainer, affiliated trainer, you have to get the training certificate. That is known as the training of trainers program is there. College teachers who feel themselves matter experts in their respective field, they can undergo this training. Okay, so this will enable the teacher to provide vocational training as per the NSQF, National Skill Qualification Framework is there, level 1, level 2, level 3, that we'll see later. And then if you feel that you can, the SWAYAM courses, you are good in content development, okay, and you want to see that a particular course in the wine refinement methodology, if you feel that you have something to offer, you can update and create the curriculum. College teachers who have the expertise in is wine or diamond cutting or carpentry or anything for that matter, any skill that is offered by this affiliated sector skill. Okay, and next one, apprenticeships and internships. Even if nothing, this is not possible. Suppose you feel you don't have the necessary skill or you don't feel like, at least you can train your students. Take your students, these websites which I showed you earlier, these websites, take your first year, second year, third year students, introduce them, let them check the websites and take the courses which are of their taste. And for that, they need guidance. They need guidance. What is guidance means? Students on their own, they will not go there. They will be busy with Facebook or X or Instagram and all those things. It is because it is their age is like that. But a teacher, making them to visit and providing them a necessary guide. Student may take the wrong courses, may not be fitting for their skill. You know them. If you have been well associated with the classroom and the students, you know the individual capacity of each student. You can guide them. Okay. So that is what. So ultimately what happened, in addition to our regular academic educator, read it carefully, academic educator, you are becoming a skill enabler and a master trainer. And that's what NSDC talks about. Okay. Okay. Next, we go to the next section. And what you see here, the Indian population, Chinese population pyramid. On the right side is the Indian population, 2024, 1.45 billion. And on the left side is the Chinese population. You can see the difference. One is pyramid shaped, the other one is urn shaped, pot shaped with the base narrow. Biology, social science teachers know it. What does that mean? Yeah, here you can see on the extreme right, it is Italy. It is a typical what we call urn shaped, narrow based. So what this pyramid represents, each bar represents age class. 0 to 4 age class, 5 to 10 age class, 10 to 15 age class. So how many people are there? So in India, 0 to 4 age class, there is 4.1% male and 3.8% females. And next age class, 5 to 10, how many? 4%, 3.9%. This is the Indian scenario. And you take the left side, 0 to 5 age class in China, 1.9% of the population is 0 to 5 age class. Compared with India, here it is 4%. So nearly the double in India. Youngest is nearly the double in India. And that's why we have been reading in newspaper with which has a very positive sign 1 year ago. That is, India is having 65% of its population under the age of 35. We have lots of youngsters. Whereas in China, they have only 41% youngsters. Because this is pyramid shaped. That is because pyramid means the base is wider. And here it is urn or pot shaped because the base is narrower or pyramid, urn shaped age population pyramid size, a population which is decreasing, whereas India, it is increasing. So we are our newspapers, everybody, media, everybody was glorifying, yeah, very happily proclaiming we are going to be a superpower. We have lots of youngsters, but the reality, it was revealed in the another analyzement, 2024 data. It showed that yes, we have 65% of the population, 35 age and old. Lots of youngsters are there, but unemployment is very high, 45% in the 20 to 24 age class without job. Who are this 20 24 age group? Degree 20, PG 22, like that you calculate. So all are not going to take a huge PG and all. So there are a lot of students after coming out from degree for 5 years, they are without any job. Very high unemployment. And number is increasing. What does that mean? That is what the so-called Latin American Brazil also. In Latin American countries, the same scenario. South American country, Argentina, Brazil, all. Lots of education institutions are there. All are getting educated, but jobs are not there. So here also the same thing. Year by year, number of colleges, schools increases. Ultimately, but what happened? Academic qualifications are going up. Jobs are there, not there. Why? The blame is the skill development, skill-based education. And remember what I told you in the second or third slide, 67% of the industries, companies in India, they are finding that our students are not employable. Why? That is because, this is the slide, 2/3. They are finding that they lack the skills. And this is what we are currently stuck with. Okay, so that's what this particular pyramid also revealed, like it said. Yeah, in the pyramid based age pyramid and all, ultimately this is the issue. Students are without any practical learning. If you ask me, I would very correctly say that many of my students who join with me for research and all, they will say they know PowerPoint, they know Excel, and they know Word. But what I have seen, they just know the peripheral basis only. Excel, some table or something they create. Other than that, Excel I consider as an ocean. Most of the statistical data, I'm not saying everyone has to do it. A lot of options are there. They do not know. Okay. So similarly, this is the point I'm saying. Okay. So if you ask them, they say, yeah, we know everything, like nothing, not much. Anyway, so practical learning, industry relevant skills, life skills also. What is life skills? And for the leadership qualities, you should undertake something, NSS, NCC, and then in addition to that, there are so many other options. But yeah, students may or may not join anyway. And I take you to the another very good article from this Hindu newspaper, August 2025, demographic dividend. It became handy for me. India, it is a time bomb. What is a time bomb? What does the time bomb means? Yeah, the India in youngest days, all these youth population coming out from your college with all these, yeah, they are no graduation day, they were happy coming out. But after that, they are finding that they are not getting the job. So what happens? They become highly frustrated, and when they try to sit at home, parents will accuse them. You didn't do well, you didn't, and you spent so much of money, and now you are jobless, and they will, parents will accuse them. Then when they go out, the society also know. So they may not accuse them as much, but yeah, they feel embarrassed. And ultimately, these poor things, what they got to do? They just follow what, like you and me. They came to our college, I got a degree from our college, and now they are saying the education which we provide to them, it is useless and they are not getting a job. And they will curse us. They are frustrated. And this is one reason why I say in our colleges, when we call for the alumni meeting, if you are not seeing youngsters of past 5 to 7 years, this is the reason. They are embarrassed. They don't come back. And they will be wondering, what is the point? What is the point in studying in that stupid college? I just 3 years I wasted. I could have gone for something else. And to face us also, though we are not the culprits, this is a narrative. I do not know how many of you agree with me. I'm not seeing any comment. Am I right? I don't know. Okay. And then I take it.
Sorry, sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Please.
I would like to ask one question on the slide that you show earlier. Comparison between the Chinese population and the Indian population.
Yes.
As we know that, sir, we are expected NEP 2020 from the 2020.
Right.
So, considering the population of India, is NEP has the potential to give employability to such a large population?
That we will see, sir. In the coming slides, I'll take that point because now we will be going deeper into the subject. Okay, that is the skills and the population and the employability we are seeing. Okay, and that time, no, we'll come back to the point. Fine.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, because I'll be coming there more of China, and then we go to the next one. Why this all happening? See, that's what I said in the beginning. We are all actually caught in between. And the current generation teachers are in a difficult spot because we are just doing what we were trained. And thus, because industrial revolutions, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So how this all happened? And for that, no, this line, each revolution transformed, I would say, read in the reverse, society, economy, industry, like societies. Before the arrival of all these industrial revolution, arrival of steam engine in 1765, and after that, arrival of so many machines, all these, yeah, steam powered boats and steam powered trains and all, how people were moving. People were moving like this. What you see in this particular image, and this image, you can see the importance of a bullock cart, the most revered animal of that period. This was how people were. Here you can see bullock cart for pumping water. Our great grandfather, yours, everyone's in a rural area, exactly this animal. And for tilling, no tractor, no trailer, nothing. And for transportation, they were moving within this vehicle. How long you can go from your village area, maximum 20 or 30 kilometers. Okay. In Europe, it may be horse or donkey in the hilly terrain. So life was going on like that. And then came this machine which enabled people from Nagpur or from Kerala to move to Bombay, Delhi, and how? And also, and what is the attraction there in Bombay, Delhi and all? Industries. What industries? Yeah, steam engine powered trains and textile mill mostly. Hand production but replaced. So people who are not having land or the skills or some skills or who were frustrated in the village, they went out. Step one. So what happened? People started going out. Otherwise, no, you all would have been. So you just imagine we don't have a car or bike or train to go anywhere and no car and nothing at all. What you will do? We are all confined because we do not know. We cannot think beyond that. Those days, nobody expected all this will come. First industrial revolution. And then what happened? Second industrial revolution. And this is the most important, the second period. Second industrial revolution came in 1870 or 1940. The era, it lasted till 1940, Second World War till. And that was a period when what happened? Electricity, hydroelectric and all those, mass production and assembly lines and more big factories. So big factories means you see this one. Yeah, this movie Schindler's List and all, you have seen that, the World War I and all, a lot of people working in factories and all, same thing. And this is all. And in our region also a lot of factories and people know of that particular area, though we thought UG and PG. And you just try to recall how many colleges were in our area during some 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago. I'm talking about 1930, 40. Very few colleges, very few. So most of the students, after some schooling, and then they were all going for this kind of jobs. Okay. And this is the second industrial revolution. And the second industrial revolution, what happened? More factories, assembly lines. And to understand that, I will take you to one funny scene from this Charlie Chaplin movie. Charlie Chaplin, because modern times, 1936. So this reflects the social reality of that period. So it will be interesting. And I'll, okay. So imagine we were during that particular period, then we also would have been stuck like this, or morning to evening, the same job we are doing. And what would have been? What is the scenario? We'll check it. One moment, I'll share this slide. It is funny, but it is satire grid. but it reflects the social reality of that period. So if we were also there, same thing. Big factory, assembly line. So the factory owners like Ford, you can say, they want the productivity to be increased, and what happens and all that is what this movie. And then what about the people? Yeah, the remaining part, no, when I share the, my presentation, I'll be sharing as a PDF and with all these links active. And I would request you to visit the site of World Economic Forum. And there are so many other links also, and that will help you to, maybe it is interesting. Okay, so this is a scenario in the second industrial revolution period. We can say till 1936, this movie was taken during the Charlie Chaplin modern times. So the social reality of that period, when industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, assembly lines, so many factories came up, and who were required? Large unskilled workforce, and that's what you're seeing. So morning to evening, same monotonous job. Okay, machinery, assembly lines. And then we go to the next one. And this is what happened. We are part of this one because we are born during this period. Okay, so this is the period when third industrial revolution happened, 1950, 2000. And you read the first sentence again. Each revolution transformed society, economy, industry. So from agriculture to industry and all, and more job options. So during the third 1950 or 2000, if you consider third industrial revolution period, digital automation. What is digital? Digital technology, computers, big computer, small computer, all those things. Then automation to a certain extent. Electronics. Remember 1985 is the period when all this TV, it all spread out, and lots of jobs in field. And manufacturing became more efficient. And to understand more about digital technology, workforce, we consider ourselves as a workforce. We are teaching workforce. That's the way we take it. Okay. So teaching workforce all learned computer during particular period, digital technology. You and me know that very well. Unfortunately, that was a period when I was the principal. And no other classes, online classes, Google Meet and Zoom and this, which we are now so familiar. All the teachers, there were many teachers in my institution, and then many maybe in other institutions also, who are not willing to take classes using, see, 2005 and all, NAC, LCD, PowerPoint game. Many we are not willing to take at all. And for me, I'm considering it as meaningless and all. Everybody, and there were many teachers without laptop or even email, and everybody changed everything, WhatsApp group, everything, digital technology. And imagine 2020, advent of COVID, and see, we forget things easily. Remember the first year, we were not sure when this vaccine will come. We are not sure. First year, it was life was horrible. People were so scared, and that all changed after 2 years. Agreed. But during that particular period, what happened? The workforce learned to adapt by learning new skills. So, if in your college you were not learning to adapt by uh, getting the skill in digital technology, what might have happened? You would have been thrown out. And the same thing happened with banks also. The earlier generation, you see, remember there was a period when a lot of people from the banks took VRS. One major reason is this difficulty. They found it very difficult to cope up with the internet technology, digital technology. The 1995 and the people who were there in the retiring part, the bank managers and all, they were not knowing. And the present youngsters, they are very smart, very, very smart. Okay. But 1995 and 95 period, many took leave and VRS because of this problem, faced a lot of issues. And personally, I remember my PhD was happening during 1992, 91, 92. And those days, we were not having Word, no Windows Office, no PowerPoint in our country. Can you imagine a situation you are not using Word file, no Excel, no PowerPoint? Instead, you are going for the traditional sites and all. So that's what we call third industrial revolution. This transformed everything. And along with that, what happened? Yeah, we all learned. Okay. And we go to the fourth one. Yes. And this is where we are stuck. We belong to the third industrial revolution, and we are still going with the third industrial revolution, but we are currently in the fourth industrial revolution. So what is wrong with fourth? Nothing wrong. It's all become faster. Smart factories, AI, robotics, big data, cloud computing. What is cloud computing? See, now CD, what happened to the old floppy, CD, hard disk, all are getting displaced. So many photos, we are not writing them. This is all going to the cloud storage. Okay. Smart factories, self-learning machine, highly automatic production, and there lies the catch. Okay. So machines communicate, analyze data. Machines take decisions automatically, not human beings, and boost productivity with the minimum or without human intervention, you can say. Highly skilled, who are required there? Highly skilled, talented individuals, engineers, or young ones who can operate this machine. To understand that, I'll take you to another video. It says everything. It says everything. I'll take you to another video. It has been taken during the earlier period of automation and all by Tesla. And there you will hear a lot of funny boasting by the Tesla team. They never expected it will become a tragedy for them later, because all other companies adopting the same technology. Have you heard of this? And how these companies are operating and what is happening in those companies. The points which I said, smart factory. To understand that, you see this video. And while seeing this video, what you have to think about, what kind of training you and me are giving to our children. Our children, I say our students, that will enable them to get a job. And remember what I told you about Canadian skills. Canada, if they don't recognize or respect our engineers, except from IITs or from specific institutions. What is the reason? Because what they're saying, we all have theoretical knowledge, no practical skill or exposure to the modern equipments and skills.
All go together a little differently, but for the sake of today's example, we're going to focus just on Tesla's most popular vehicle, the Model Y, and specifically the Model Y variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match. The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically, that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. These can't just be slapped on by robots. So there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the most complicated, with multiple layers of color and metallic speckles, and that's why it's more expensive. After the paint is dried, buffed, and polished, the body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with a structural battery pack. This creates the central frame section of the vehicle in addition to holding.
Yeah, this part also you carefully see, because I'll be comment this later. Electric battery and the fuel cells and all these cells coming from China. We'll see later.
All of the 4680 battery cells, along with the integrated cooling and electrical architecture. Then to that battery pack, they are going to directly bolt on the front and rear Giga castings. And that is the entire underbody ready to go in a few steps. The electric motors are then integrated into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the drive axles for all four wheels. The suspension is all tied into the castings, and the brakes and wheels are added to create a big rolling structure, kind of like a skateboard. Then on top of the battery pack, they are going to lay down the carpeted flooring, attach the center console and interior trim, and then bolt down all four seats directly to the top of the structural battery pack. Then the last big step is going to be to drop the finished body directly on top of the frame and powertrain assembly. The two are connected together by a series of bolts all around the perimeter of the structural pack and castings. From there, the Model Y gets the finishing touches from a team of people doing the final quality control. Again, in theory, this is where any defects and issues are identified and fixed before the vehicle rolls out to be delivered to the customer. Now, that is how the process works at Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai. So now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at the Shanghai factory. Have you heard of the sneaker company Vest at the Shanghai factory? Have you heard of the sneaker?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, that's 30 seconds or 30 minutes. What car coming out from the assembly line? Yeah, and that's the kind of industrial setup nowadays. And this is not only Tesla, and that's all I said. Initially, you might have heard about them boasting they were the top pace in that field, and all countries. They are doing the same, and at a more higher level, number one. Number two, once again, read it what I said. Smart factory, self-learning machine, highly automated production. Machines communicate, analyzing data, This is fourth industrial revolution. Now the same thing with AI. Teaching also, AI is there. Students long ago in COVID period found out when they were given the exposure to internet and all, there are various options to study papers. Online educators are there, Coursera, Khan Academy, so many. Okay. And now added to that, now with the AI, they are finding their answers. They can get a lot of information from the, not almost everything. Okay. And similarly, yeah, the one which I shown, this is not only the case of Tesla, Golf, Volkswagen, all these countries. And it doesn't end with automation industry, sorry, the automobile industry alone, agriculture. See, important point, if you are not seeing in our India, why it is like that? That's a big question. We answer that later. Okay. And that's what we are trying to undo. So in the agriculture also, now in yesterday's paper, we are going to hear American economy. They are going to pump in all their agriculture, everything like that. What can we do? They are following the modern technology and productivity high. And now the decisions are being made in such a way. We cannot do much about it. Anyway, we'll see that later. Robotic harvesters, AI-driven tractors, drones are there, robotics and all. AI coming to farming in India. It is coming in some regions only. So that's about automation. Automation in food processing and packaging. Cooking, kitchens. That's the chef's role to a certain extent. Robotic arms for sorting and sealing. Automated cooking stations. When I discussed with a few chefs in the very top-rated hotels, they are unaware of all this. And I told them this is coming up. Smart packaging system and textile industry, robotic machines, cobots for garment handling, smart fabric cutting. And there is on this video which I will be showing here. You can check it later. Annual production of 500 million pencils. The way it is being produced, 500 million. 1 million is 10 lakhs. And now you know the reason why the pencils are so cheaper. Okay. And and here I'll take you to one example that is regarding the KUKA robot. It's you can check yourself in KUKA robot website later, and what they are doing in the food industry. One moment. See, whether it is happening in our country or not, I don't know answer. See, that is our problem that we have to, if you are not following the modern technology, if you are stuck in something else, why and what? And that's what we are trying to sort it out. And we cannot go on like this. This is about the food industry, robots. So the remaining videos, number of videos are there, which you can watch later if you are interested. And this is how things are shaping up. Okay. So there are other videos also for each one. Textile, and I'm not going to show here. You can see it later. And the nearby, our nearby country, China, is much ahead of it. Okay. So what is required? Reskilling. Sorry, I didn't share the slide. Have I? What is the requirement now? Yes, reskilling. And that's what? Skill and development. Fourth industrial revolution, jobs are there, but for that workforce requires reskilling, including we also teachers job. Okay. Automation, AI, this is going to come up. Skill repairment shift is there. Highly skilled workers are there. Technology, programming and all. Otherwise, what may happen? Workforce displacement. Traditional large workforce. Remember what I said about SBI? 90% of the work is not there. Is less necessary. Unemployment, underemployment. That is a problem. Okay. And large population benefit or not? Yes, benefit, provided the youngsters are all having skills. If the workforce is educated, skilled in relevant technology, that is good for the country. And for otherwise, remember the Hindu article, time bomb. Imagine you are getting 1 lakh salary and all the youngsters with 10 lakh, hardly 10,000, 20,000 rupees. Morning to evening, they are running around for jobs. Frustration and unemployment. Very good two articles. I'll share the link later. Many Indian tech graduates, I told you, in Canada, people, when they go there, they have the first shock comes, first upon our degree is not recognized. UG, PG together, they're considered as equivalent to their UG. Because our UG lack 3-year degree lacks apprenticeship, internship, and all those experience. Okay. IIT exemption, number one. Number two, engineering also same thing. You have to study something there, 1-year diploma, 25 lakhs, 50 lakhs rupees. Then only you are eligible to get a job in any of those countries because they know and they consider. See, they are working in this kind of factories and all the job experience is there. And our students know from our the so-called engineering colleges or our colleges, and how can they employ there? Can get an employment there. Okay. And next one, Hindu article. Read it later. Okay. And I take you to another 4 minutes for 3:30. And 3:30 there will be a break. Am I right? Nobody here. Hello. 3:30. I'll leave with a break. Is it okay? What is there? No break or? Okay, then we go to the next one. Gross GDP. In GDP, what happens? We are the top base, one among the third or fourth. Globally, there are 198 countries, and we are one among the top 10 countries. It is a great achievement, no doubt about it. 198 countries globally. India is fourth or fifth. Yeah, fourth. No, okay. And in $1 trillion, you see, economy, America, $30 trillion. Yeah, we cannot, they're having like that. Second one, who is China? $20 trillion. Third one, fourth one, and third onwards, all in the, what is the bracket? 4 to 2 bracket. $1 trillion. So the first one is US, second one, China, $20 trillion. You take like that. And you see the gap here. China, 17% of the world population. India, 17% of the world population. Then what's the spasm? What's the difference between, say, 5 times they are ahead of us now, nearly 5 times. Remember, 1985-90, they were behind us. Okay. And per capita income also, per head income, ours is comparatively very, very low. They are all with 4 digits. And you can see 10 countries, China, India, Brazil alone, all of these Western world live that. And compared to China, yes. And how could they reach that level? Because they have skilled workforce, productivity, and so it's 3:28, and I'll leave you with a 10 minutes break or 50 break, and then I'll come back. I don't know why nobody answered, and or someone say something. Otherwise, how do I know? You are all there. If no break is required, that's also fine. Am I audible?
You are, sir.
Okay, so we will, is that the practice? We take 10 minutes break and come. I'll join by 3:40. Okay, Miss, thank you. Kayadi Chowdhury, Miss, thank you. And we will come back by 3:40. Okay,
Okay,
fine.
sir. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Want to stay in when you walk into the back of the kitchen. We are Kernel Foods. We're based here in New York City. The company got started about 2 years ago, did 2 years of R&D trying to figure out how to take chef-crafted fresh food that's made every single day and turn it into fast food using ingredients that you would find in your kitchen. The food industry is certainly facing some challenges these days, and one of them revolves around labor. What we've set out to do is look to say, what are the jobs that are the least appealing to people in the industry, where we could use automation to supplement and make the rest of the jobs, better paying jobs, jobs that you want to stay in. When you walk into the back of the kitchen, you find this role, the expediter. The person in the back, often screaming and yelling, there's tickets flying around, orders are coming through, orders are being called out. Then when you're dealing with hot food, there's loading in and out of the oven and making sure that you're timing things all in the right way. This is where using a multi-axis robot from KUKA and the automation technology that we put around it allows us to simplify that process and create a whole lot of consistency. And that's where I think we've done something pretty unique and special. We love KUKA for this purpose because KUKA makes an industrial robot that fit our price point and we know is absolutely reliable and something that we can control and manage remotely, which is important as we roll out restaurants all around the country. One of the other things that was unique with the KUKA solution is that we were able to choose an HO robot so that we're able to use food and health grade products in our entire food preparation.
We chose KUKA primarily for the reliability and the reach and the form factor. We knew we needed something that was going to operate 24/7 without fail because we're hinging the rest of our restaurant operation and our staff upon this. So we're really trying to optimize for letting the machines do what they're really good at, so the timing, the temperature, and the order of things, and then let the humans do what they're really good at, which is sort of very, like high dexterous or very variable tasks. The KUKA robot does a lot of different operations. The main one is loading the oven from a set of portioned trays that's populated within this rack. Then it has to unload the oven as soon as that food is cooked and prepared and pass it off to the assembler. When they're done with those trays, KUKA will then take those and add them to a set of stacks in our discard modules. So they're basically pre-stacked and ready for the dishwashers. We're trying to control the timing very precisely within that oven to get better food quality and then also get really predictable output for our customers.
We really enjoy working with our KUKA team. We appreciate the partnership and the value that they've been able to bring, and I'm hoping that that allows us to create the example of what a truly remarkable solution in food can be that puts real chefs, great employees, and automation systems together to create the perfect restaurant of the future.
Industrial intelligence.
Hello. May I restart? You are all back here, hopefully. Okay. So we'll see the hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please
Okay,
go
okay,
ahead.
thank you. Yeah, then I'll take you to agriculture. Otherwise, now I'll get a lot of critical questions later. I were talking about all our high tech alone. So we'll take to the one which we consider ourselves as the experts, agriculture. Yeah, leading global exporters of agriculture, 2020 data. Okay, so here you can see exporter of agriculture product. Who is number one? US. Okay, now US, because they have the technology and everything, and some subsidies also. Second one, check it carefully, Netherlands. And the size wise, Netherlands is 133rd in the world. That's what I found out, 133rd. Okay, and all of these, the 1 2 3 4, all come in the first 7 list, including we India also. So this tiny country, which is just 1 by 200 the size of America, 1 by 200 the size of America, they are the second largest exporter of agriculture product. It is not subsidy or anything there. We'll see that. Okay. And third one, Brazil. Brazil is quite bigger than India. Germany, both the Germany is together big country. China, you know the size, big country. Okay. And Belgium is a small country. Canada, anyway. So this is a picture. So second largest one, that's the point here. This small country named Netherlands. It's like comparing India with what you would say, Sri Lanka. Such a small. Okay. Average tomato yield per hectare in India, 20-25 tons. 1 hectare is, you take it as one football ground. One football ground, nearly one football ground, 20-25 tons. Netherlands, from the open agriculture, they get 50-75 tons per hectare. But in Europe, no, open agriculture is coming down because their rules and regulations are very strict. You cannot apply pesticide, and you cannot pump in all urea, fertilizer, everything so much into the agriculture field and pollute anything. It is not permitted. A lot of problems are there. That is why we are seeing a lot of tussle between European farmers, and last month also lots of protesters. Anyway, but their Netherlands, their type of greenhouse, they have a lot of greenhouse, high-tech greenhouse. Anyway, with the greenhouses, their productivity is 120, 200, 600 tons per hectare. Tons per hectare. And the water usage, here you can see, the tomato yield per hectare, that you leave it. The water usage, 9 liters in Netherlands, 127 liters in US, world average 2013. So this is all they made possible with their skills in agriculture, skilled technology. And what skill? Modern greenhouse agriculture technology. And you read it carefully, what I written in a red line, 0.5%, hardly 1% of the entire farmland. See, large cut, small country, 1 by 200 the size of America. They are not using their open agriculture, is not there. They require only 0.5% of the farmland. How they have reached this level? And that is what modern agriculture technology. Remember earlier, India, China, we were the modern technology, we were the super powers. Sorry, the traditional one. And then the South America also, Peru, Inca culture, everything. Agreed. But now modern agriculture, they are the point. And how they are doing it? They have, read it carefully, greenhouse farming. That's what I said, vertical indoor farming. Then this precision agriculture, you say 9 liter water, where America requires 137 liters. And then LED light. See, it is a European country. Now it is winter there. Now it is minus 10 to minus 6 degrees Celsius temperature. So they have a severe strong winter also. But and that particular, with all these conditions, and the sunlight is limited, so LED light is used. And what is LED light? They have researched out, and that is what we call as the innovation, creativity, skill, research needed for the economy. Research and development. They researched out, and they are using it. And how it is being happening, better I will take you to two videos. The one is from this Netherlands. Greenhouse bell pepper. Bell pepper is capsicum. Sorry, capsicum. Okay. And the other one, the same technology for the past 5 to 10 years, it is well spread. It is used by the nearby country. Many countries are there. Baku in Azerbaijan. So first we will see what is happening in the Netherlands and where they are and I started this with, they are the second largest agriculture exporters. So they are getting money. And how they have reached that level, to understand that, I'll take you to a greenhouse. So greenhouse means huge building, each building with each huge building, agriculture technology, okay, agro industry, each building with 10 to 15 hectares, one hectare, one football. So here I'm saying 10 to 15 hectares. So 10 football sizes, huge agro industry farms they have, and there they are making it possible with the modern technology. And what is the modern technology? No soil used. It is not soil. And the remaining part you see it. And who are working there? Youngsters are working there. Agriculture field, youngsters. So we talk about all this internship, apprenticeship, and that is all. That is all there. Then no pesticides, because these all inside building controlled conditions. Okay, and that's how that country grows. You read it, you see it, and the remaining part we see later.
Nothing, no, all fine.
Yeah, this is the interior of a greenhouse, and you are seeing the youngsters. They are comparatively taller, 6.5 feet height and all. And all this material is not plastic material. All this pipe, no, this is about the precision agriculture. And the top is with transparent material. So during the summer season, sunlight can come inside. Otherwise, they close it. And that's what I said, LED light. So instead of sunlight, they use it LED light. So these all are the technologies. This is fully automation. That's what we call the industry. They use robots and automation. This is the top of a greenhouse. There are nearly 4,000 or 5,000 farms in that tiny country of this type. Each one is 10 to 15 or 20 hectares. 1 hectare, again, 1 football ground. You can imagine the size. You carefully read this title. In addition to bell peppers, this Pepsicum, they are capable of, yeah, they are planting others also. See, before that, no, we should remember these are Dutch. Remember Dutch East India Company. Before the British, these Europeans were here in Kerala, and they lost a war. It is known as the Colachal War, and they came here for pepper before the British. Okay, then only East India Company of British came. It was these people's company first, Dutch East India Company. Okay, and there they came pepper. Now the same pepper, they can grow anything in their green farm. They do not have to come to this country. So here you are seeing, yeah, anything from anywhere bring in, and it can be cultivated in this kind of farms. No plastic involved. This is all material, biodegradable materials, not plastic at all. So this is all recycled. Yeah, inside of a greenhouse farm, it is what we call as agro industry. Then on watching it, at least a few of them may think this is all possible in Western technology, and they are. And I'll take you to one minute with another video that is in a comparatively poor country. That's in the Azerbaijan, some 2017 onwards, something, one farm, and not one farm, there are many farms like that. And there, how they are doing it. Okay. Baku is the place where no UN COP25 was there, and okay, Azerbaijan. So 100 tons of tomatoes and all. This is what we call as the productivity, high productivity in those countries, and they export. Yeah, and this is the one which told you here the material used is this is not plastic, and these pipes, the same technology we have seen in another video from Netherlands. And this is precision agriculture, hybrid variety of tomatoes, so high productivity. And this is not soil. This is coconut fiber. And to the coconut fiber, they add the nutrients. Plants require, they have a root system. Plants can grow in water like lotus or some plants. They are the, Yeah, that is about the aquaponics, hydroponics. Botany teachers know that very well. And then other plants now, they require some medium. And this medium can be coconut fiber. So what we have to think, in Europe, no coconuts. Okay, and I'm in South India. We have all this coconut, and this coconut husk is a waste. Earlier, people used to use it for dried coconut husk for as a fuel wood. Now the arrival of LPG, nobody wants it. Okay, and it takes some time to degrade also. Coconut fiber. Okay, and that material is used here. Number one. Number two, other material is the volcanic rock. That rock heated to 1000 degree and becomes sponge-like. Third one is industrial waste from steel industry, our metal scrubber, the kitchen scrubber now which we use in home, something like that. Same thing, steel fiber. And these are the materials used. And you are seeing a pack like this. Read it carefully. Young employees among the local population. So in the beginning itself, I was telling, actually, what is the need for all? Everything, everybody needs income, education, skill, and all. Okay. This is how it looks like. So here what we have seen, the skill and the modern technology which is being in different part of the world, the question comes back to us, why we are not using it? How come we are unaware of or not using it? And we'll see the answers. And to use that, okay, and then one more thing. So this is what the greenhouses know. They are using the LED light, LED blue together, LED and blue. So it looked like purple. And this is from the interior of a green. Not all plants, because they are not allowing the plants to sleep. Some plants like strawberry and tomato, that all can be. Okay, broccoli and all, not all plants. And this is from the live website, you can visit. And this is the interesting one, website of Philips, advertisement. And advertisement says, grow strawberries. So this is all about, this company is advertising. If you want to grow strawberries, use their light and all. You can visit the site later. There you can see a lot of products in this line. So when you are seeing what you have to think, so this is finding, research and finding. US and Japan, they found out that LED light can be used, and then taking it to the farmer. Yes, and that skill and all, and that's what industry agriculture tie-up. Okay, and this is the one which I already mentioned. Yeah, and this is the coconut fiber which I was telling you. So where in Europe this is available? No coconuts at all. It is a temperate country like in Himachal and Shimla and all. Sorry, Kashmir and all. So the coconut they import from Latin America, not from India, because geographically easy to take it from Mexico. And this video you watch later. And there the Mexican farmers are saying they are happy because they were earlier taking only coconut nut and water and oil, and because of these companies, Dutch companies or European companies, they found a market for their local husk fiber also. Okay. And this is the volcanic rock I mentioned that can be used, 1005 degrees Celsius, smelt it, and it can be a replacement for soil. And we come back to this one. This is a scenario in India in 2025. Actually, I'm not blaming anybody, anything. No, this is the reality like 2025. February Hindu article, Hindu is a newspaper. Farmers segregating dried turmeric at Nizamabad agricultural market. So that's in Telangana and all. So what happened? All this turmeric, here you are seeing 3 people. In Maharashtra, Andhra, Karnataka, everywhere the climate, compared to Kerala, it is very hot, I agree. And these three people are working, and nothing wrong in that. But my question, see what technology is being used for drying turmeric? 79 years after independence, we are still using the same technology. Why no changes happening? Why innovations are possible in companies like these not New Zealand, everywhere, Dutch and all. Okay, so that is the advantage of industry agriculture tie-up. See, if this is your industry, sorry, agriculture land, they require a tool. If some of you come out with a tool, industry should support it. But in India, this is the problem. IIT, one professor, Professor Jayan Jo's newspaper article, and I saw that he has one or two publications also on the same line. There he blames Indian industry for making use of cheap labor like this. Number one. Number two, industry will not. Suppose someone of you and me from your college, you go and tell the industry, any industry, you have a machinery, you have built a machinery which can replace it. Industry may not support us. The reason, yeah, why should they give some 20 or 10 lakhs rupees to you for a research project? Instead of that, they have cheap labor in India, huge population. 55% of the India's workforce is here. Cheap labor available. So ultimately what happened, and that is what this IIT process from Delhi article is worth reading it. And it is a warning again for us. India's share of worldwide export of garments stagnant 3% last 2 decades. It was in Hindu, same professor has written. Yeah, Bangladesh and China. China, I leave it. Bangladesh and Vietnam outperforming India in the garment industry. Outperforming. Okay. Industry reluctance to modernize farms. Number one. Because they have cheap labor like this. So what we have to think about, these three farmers, imagine they are from my state or your state, and their kids are studying in our arts and science colleges. How many of them will go back to the same struggle which their parents have to undergo? They won't. And ultimately agriculture collapses. That's another thing. And then also at the same time, you have seen in that video, youngest days working in, yeah, that greenhouses. When I told you, yeah, they are taller people. Air-conditioned agriculture houses, technology, and productivity, 25 tons versus 250 tons. And instead of that, what do we see in our newspaper? We see now when this government or other government, they all comes to know farmers are unaware of all this. What are the latest technology? And what happened? They are easily misled. And if at all a government comes strong forward of some action, because this is a reason. Agriculture, only 17% of the GDP contribution. Sector-wise breakdown of India's GDP. Agriculture contributes 17.6%. Industry, service sector, the remaining percentage. Okay. But read the red area, red part. Largest source of livelihoods in India. That means a lot of people, low paid, and employing around 55%. So 55% means total workforce 55% is here. What does that mean? They are a huge vote bank. They are illiterate. They did not know this technology. Even we did not know this technology. At least many of you. I was surprised when I saw all these greenhouse technology being so popular in those countries. And I just envied them. They are no, we have, anyway, thanks. Yeah, we have the means to go with our salary, income and all. But what kind of vegetable we eat? Fertilizer, sorry, pesticides. It's full of pesticides. We know that. Okay. So people live in those countries, they have all those advantages. But the other question, why we remain like this and what we can do about it. And for that, we can education and training to whom? Awareness, modern farming technologies. And when government comes for something, as I said, everybody, all up in arms against. And these poor farmers are misled. And ultimately, they become like this. Then value addition. This value addition, I would say many products from my own region. This is pineapple and so many things. But I am surprised when I go to the Reliance supermarket and all, we see pineapple from Malaysia, Indonesia, all nicely packed. And then I was taking classes to the Kashmir University, and I was asking, how come Kashmiri apple is only for 2 months is available? Whereas in South and all, what we see, Australian, New Zealand apple is here throughout the year. They have the technology. And another advantage, and we know it is pesticide issue. It is South, people are very concerned when they see something like that. And it is attractive also. So altogether, who is losses? We did not have, the farmers do not have the technology. They do not know that this much of all these fertilizer should be, pesticide should be there. And somehow this is all going on. So another thing, value addition. And these apples from Australia and look so attractive, glossy, with a nice cover, and even an apple with the cover itself. So people get attracted. Okay. And similar number of other products. And that all, our modern farming, only huge investment can do it. Okay. And that should be allowed. Otherwise, what happened? On seeing all these things, you also may be wondering, where do we stand? In the Azerbaijan and all, tomato, if they're producing like that from 2015-16, and a lot of people are employed like that, why we are lagging like this? So what we can do, you can think about in your region, if you are an agro region, I'm not talking all this thing, technology, model farm, and with that model farm we can do, it can be part of one of our course. Okay, if it's agriculture region, if it's a tourism region, courses relevant to the tourism offer there. Okay, and who has to take the decision? Autonomous colleges, they have the freedom. Sit together, young faculty, not the older faculty. I'm telling you seriously, because old faculty, another 5-10 years, youngest days, no, you are going to be here for another 1 or 2 decades, means you have to think seriously. Syllabus, curriculum, autonomous colleges, you bring in, remove all the outdated practicals. Yes, there will be practical difficulties for each teacher. We have to do, and we have to update, reskill. Okay. And then transport cooperating, IoT sensors. This is all possible with collaborating with these countries. You contact them. Government will promote also. Initially, there will be difficulties. I know that, because now the NEP itself implementation faces a lot of difficulties. But when you bring in the right courses, there will be students who are willing to join your places, and that will contribute local economy and managing a campus farm, and some of them may become entrepreneurs. Otherwise, we read in paper, in all our notices, we build as entrepreneurship startup, and what startup to bring in here? Okay, and see, there are certain areas where but for a general student, average student, what startup is possible? I do not know. Okay, so this is one. So something you are doing like that, the news will spread in the society. And the community will, local farmers benefit, and they will not be misled by the wrong, what we call misinformation getting up. Now we are going to hear from next week, definitely all these agricultural from Europe that will come. We cannot stop it, because we have to export a lot of things to Europe, and they won't allow us to do, otherwise the same problem. So that's a different thing. So campus becomes a center for innovation, fostering research, and this is what they did in the New Zealand, in the Denmark. Wageningen University, walking universities, they visited farmers, and the farmers became benefited because of this. And there was one question asked to me, and there the answer also coming to that point. Otherwise, no, I forgot the name of the sir who asked me that question, and the answer lies here. Social science teachers must be knowing. Hanushek and Eric Hanushek and Ladjar was a man. They are top-rated econometrists. They were studying the economics and economics and development, education development. Is it possible in this country? Why some countries are lagging behind? Answer is here. Economic growth is function of cognitive skills of the population. What is cognitive skill? And that is what they studied, 1960 to 2000 period, 40 years of data. Latin American countries, they found that there the growth is not happening. Latin American puzzles, number of schools, number of colleges, no growth. Why? Because people lack cognitive skill. What is cognitive skill of population? Math, science, plus critical thinking, problem solving capacity. And that lead me to cognitive skills. What are that? Capacity to think, learn, remember by the young generation. It is the basics of any education. If a country is having people without the thinking capacity, creativity, you have seen coconut fiber, some Europeans, they start using it. No, they thought like that. Okay. And for that, we have to go to a little bit of Bloom's taxonomy. In the beginning, you can see cognitive domain. When I or you, me, we send our kids to school, or when we went to school, till the 12th standard, we are supposed to learn. We have lower order thinking skill. After plus 2, you'll be joining a degree or engineering, whatever might be that. You should have analyzing capacity, evaluating capacity, creativity. Ultimately, when we come out from the school and college with the higher education, we should have higher order thinking skill, which leads to creativity. And what is this creativity? And to understand, yeah, first now when we go to school, we all get remembering capacity, basic concept, memorizing tables, historical events, understanding, all those things. Then comes the application of all we studied. That is the first level. Yeah, mathematical formula. Second level is, yeah, from college onwards, sorry, what happens? We should have analyzing capacity, evaluating capacity, and then the creativity. And what is this analyzing capacity? The same thing. We have to ask, analyze the capacity, why we are lagging behind our agriculture technology. You ask a student to write an essay, what they will do? They will go to some AI site and do something. That's all. They don't understand what are the problems, what problems the farmers in the region facing. Ask them to analyze it. How many can do it? Evaluate. Okay, something like now you read a book or given a very simple research paper to your degree student or PhD student. Ask them to make judgments. How many can do that? Very few. Then creativity. After all these studies, writing a research paper. Why a research paper? Your degree research is there. Degree research is the degree project work. How many can do a good research project? How many are interested? Number one. Another one, how many can write a degree student can write a research paper? PhD also how many can? Or design an experiment? Or after degree studying BSc, BA music or whatever might be that, how many can write a good music or a good article? Okay. Or no, solar panel, best example. See, I'm not saying everybody has to learn solar panel and all, but how come China is producing 80% of solar panel is coming from that country? 80%. And they have the technology skill to produce the cheapest one. Skill. And all the so many apps are coming out from the country. They have creativity, analyzing capacity. And to know more about the seriousness of the problem, I would recommend all the teachers to understand about this OECD test. There is an international test known as PISA. PISA, not the other PISA. OECD. And OECD is international organization of 38 countries. Good intentions only. Education, improving the education, economic growth and all. And Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development country, not like World Bank and all. Anyway, World Bank is good loan for anyway. So these international organization, they conduct a test, 2-hour test, and that test is known as a PISA, Program for International Student Assessment. You know what happened? 5,000 students from each country, they have to write this exam. It is a once in 3 years exam. Once in 3 years. And this is meant for testing the education system. Education system is India is good, China is good. Which education system is good? Just like we are comparing the schools and colleges. Okay. So here what happened, 5,000 students from each country, they write this test. 15-year-old peoples, that is 10th standard, 9th standard students have to go and write this test. 2 hours test only. And the questions are evaluating the cognitive skills of our +1, +2 students. And what is their skill in science, maths, reading, general reading. So that involves social language, everything. And ability to solve problems. And new unfamiliar conditions, ability to solve. And here what happened, no predetermined tests, no co-pays, no pre-reading, not coaching factories. So what happened here, this has been happening regularly from 2009 onwards. We have data. Okay. And there in 2009, 80 countries, 2022, people from 80 countries wrote the test. The top pairs are all from India, did not write the test. The reason, it is a shameful one. In 2009, government of India, I think that was the Manmohan Singh government or something, they very hopefully sent Indian students, and you know what happened? 5,000 students from this country, 5,000 from Pakistan, 5,000 from all the country wrote, and we were number 73rd. Altogether only 74 participated, 73rd. After that, MHRD did not participate in this test. And this article, yeah, and then another one, Singapore, which was number 1 now, it was number 5 earlier. Interestingly, many of the European countries also not in the top list. So we cannot say it is biased towards any country. And who are the top players? And that is the most interesting thing. And in it is an article from the Wikipedia. You can refer it. Very interesting article. And there you can see, you will see green color, this red color, and then the magenta color. The green is the topper, Canada, America, Europe, in some European countries, and then Australia, New Zealand. And here in the entire Asia, Africa, nobody, entire Asia, you are seeing only a small patch of green color. 6 countries from Asia. Okay, and I will see that. Southeast Asian country, not Asian country. Entire South America is in red. And that's what I said, Hanushak and Waseman, sorry, they said, why it is in red color? Because we'll see that later. So green top is red, Latin America, Africa 1 or 2. India is not in the picture. We are not writing. And what's the result? And the result is like this. All the top is are from these 6 countries. Southeast Asian countries, mind-boggling results. And even the Estonia, they are the topper, though we don't know much about them. Canada, they and all. Okay. But Germany was shocked. Even America is 18th only. Germany is not in the top 20. They were shocked. And they're total overhauling the system. That's what I said. And when I told you these 6 Southeast Asian countries, what we should know, these are the 6 countries known as the East Asian Miracle by the World Bank. I'll share the data later, read it. Japan, South Korea, and all. South Korea and all, we have nowhere else to go. We have a lot of examples. All our the Samsung and then Kia and Hyundai, all these LG, Lucky Gold Star, sending. All these are the top companies. Okay. And then what is the peculiarity? Why this test is important? Because here what happened? It is a test, PISA, and here what happened? The identifying in the world which regions. So you have seen red color in the Latin America, in the region gone, not in good education. And benchmarking, it gives us an understanding which education system works and what doesn't. And when we are seeing these are the 6 countries with the top education system, what does that mean? Their education system is better. And if they are the East Asian Miracle, it is good. Now you know why China, South Korea, Hong Kong with all patents, publications and all. And next one, global perspective. What perspective you get from here on seeing this one? Now we know we don't send anybody to South America for studies. Their universities are not good. Africa we don't send, but we send to Australia, New Zealand. We are ready. South Korea, China also now. Okay. And next one, yeah, accountability. See, 5,000 students from this country means these are the students you and me all taught. They all went there, or our school students. If they are not performing well, who is responsible? PISA test holds education system. Now you know where the NEP is leading to. We are responsible because our education system is good, our government also, and that is what we are trying to undo. And this is what actually the Hanushak and Larger was in 2015. They have an article. Knowledge capital of nation. Education is the knowledge capital. Now you got the point. India is having 65% of the population under 35. It won't help. Knowledge capital. There should be something inside. Skills. And they say in that same article, policy makers. You know who is policy makers? Our rulers. They think on having number of schools, more number of schools, more number of colleges. It will not help. Including my state also 100% literacy rate. That all won't help. What is needed is learning outcome, skill, that is important. And we go to the next part. So we have seen. Now you know why these countries are marching ahead and they are like this. Okay. And then another part. I take you to the another key point. Yeah, that's about another shocking, disgraceful news for all of us. Electric vehicles. Who supports the entire thing? Tesla, you have seen that. Tesla is beaten only because this Chinese technology. If China decides, because they have the cheaper electric battery. Why? They produce everything, they process everything, their batteries are cheaper. If you allow the entire Chinese battery to come to India, the mobile phones will be half the price. Electric vehicles also, they will be take over. I'm not saying it should be done. That's why government is not doing that. Should not do also. But the question why we are like this, and read the second line, 23, 24, 1.9 million vehicles, electric vehicles sold in all that is possible to bring up this sect. But we are struggling because they have the technology. And it's a technology considered skill. Now India, all these vehicles, nearly 20 lakhs vehicles, all the battery came from China. And what is this article says? Electric vehicle colony of China, India. So who gets the money? China gets the money. So question we have to ask, why we are unable to produce it? And, and when did they start? In 2000, China started it. Actually, the discovery was in 1996. America, somebody discovered lithium iron phosphate battery, lithium ion battery or lithium iron phosphate battery. America, they cathode material only. Then what the China did, 96, 2020 battery, they started producing it, 2000. See this BYD, same car we are having. It was earlier 10 years, it was a battery producing company. With government support, research and did. They have the skill and they built. And by 2010, they were the world suppliers. 2015, remember this was the period when we were all complaining, battery smartphones came. Remember all the phones were bursting and all. They found out a solution, improving the energy capacity, safety of the battery. And 2020, 3-4 years ago, everybody was worried about battery recycling. Battery is going to be waste and all. Recycling technology. Now we have MG Motors offering buyback with recycling and all. This is what we call. Now they are ready with the next one. Solid lithium ion is replaced by next one, namely sodium ion battery. Because lithium, they have to bring it from South American countries. A lot of environmental issues are there. Competition also. Now China is almost ready with the sodium ion batteries. So what will we see here? They have the technology skill. And how come we don't have? And this is a major question we all have to ask ourselves. 8.2 billion now the population, 17% living in China, 17% of this country. And why we are unable to do this? And doesn't end there. Then we have to see the next part also. Electronics and everything coming from China. Why it is poised like that? And this last one. Rare earth minerals. You might have read recently, America, China, India, this tariff issue. Why China is not treated like India there? Because rare earth minerals, 17 rare earth minerals are there. If China stops supplying to America, their automobile industry, our automobile industry, and similarly our smartphone industry, all will be stuck. 17 rare earth elements. These are not rare earth materials. We have this material in our soil, your soil, but difficult to extract economically. Skill. Smartphones, it requires 6 to 8 rare earth elements. 17 of them, 6, 8 of them, smartphones. See one example, I have shown in red color. Camera lens coating, lamdanam. If China doesn't give, Indian smartphone industry stuck. And the other side, electric vehicle, similarly, there are 8 to 10 REs are there. It has to come from China. If China is not supplying any of this material, our electric vehicles will be stuck. We are so dependent. China's rare earth dominance. 60-70% world's rare earth minerals they produce. They have the processing capacity. They have reserve also, 44 million metric tons, rock-like material. We have also, and the nearby India, metric ton reserves, but we do not know how to make out of it. How they got the skill, and that is where they remain unbaited, successful. And this is another thing. They are almost all the apps initially ideas from the country. How it's possible? And that's what this NEP is trying to answer. Okay, that is because of their education system. They focused on vocational education. Any factory for that matter, they go to China. Now, I'm not praising that country or anything at all, but this is a reality. We have to admit, we consider ourselves as everything. Yes, we are good on another time. And you see it carefully. They have the same thing because I have 1 or 2 papers with Chinese students also. And then I'm surprised. One good paper, they got a job. And no, anyway. And vocational education track, skill-based careers, it is respected. after 9th standard, middle school, now we have same middle school is coming here. 50% of Chinese students go to vocational training, not to colleges and all, not to colleges. Everybody gets a degree, MSc, enjoy life, and after that, jobless life, nothing. Next one, partnership, industry collaboration partnership. If you are in Maharashtra, if you are in the wine belt, Nasik region and all, colleges should be operating, designing courses that is required for the wine industry. If you are in Sikkim, it should be industry required for the tourism there. If you are in Kashmir, like that. So here in China, what happened? Companies co-design courses. So what happened? Students after the degree, complete the degree, engineering or other degree, they get a job. Okay. Huawei, Foxconn, they do that. Next one, they copied from Germany, dual education, apprenticeship model. What is that? 4-year course or 3-year course, 2-year in college, 3. Then last 1 year, practicals will be in a factory. 50% of time in factories. Now you know the difference. So suppose in not a factory, bank also comes a factory. Many of my European students were telling the same thing, sir. They are all coming from banks, internships and all. Go directly, work in the bank and come back. And they know what exact requirement. Okay, so job ready skills will be there. Number 2. Number 3, government investment. Don't say government is not giving money. Money is there. But, and that is where we are all in a placid sluggish, like younger teachers, I'm warning you, very dangerous situation we have reached now. For me and all another few years to go. Okay, so you have to see that the money somehow it should reach your college, and that is accountable. It should be properly used by your principal, your management and all. And the senior teachers, yeah, they're taking the decision and all. That won't help. And you should see that that money is going for now the PM Usha, PM Rusa, all those things are there, good labs, and what equipment is required. Teachers stand up and bring in the right one, bring in the right course. AI Robotics Center, partnership with giants. That's what I told you. Some links I shown you. Regional wise, you have to see. Not all of them. Next one, cultural mindset. And what happened? See, people are watching us. We are the pioneer. We are the top educated group in the country. No doubt about that. And when we rush for engineering +2 and all, then how can you think about your farmer or others to send their kids to ITA and Polytechnic? All are. So this is very difficult. And even if suppose if you try to send your kids to Polytechnic, they won't allow. The kid will be under, all others will brainwash him, why, and like that. Then our own ego also. Suppose, my son is not good, he is not able to get admission in ITA and all, sorry, not ITA, engineering college. We consider us difficult to digest. We buy a seat somehow. Let him go for some of the courses which he is interested. We won't do that. Okay, and that's a cultural mindset shift. And this has to come from. Now, as I shown in the thing, now future is for, that's why I shown in the beginning, future of jobs Indian report. Jobs are going to be in the traditional line gone, PSC, UPSC test and all. I don't think. Now jobs are going to be in the AI and then all this field and plus solar panel on the EV industry. Plan accordingly. Otherwise, we will end up. Okay. AI also smooth. Okay. Vocational careers are respected, well paid. Next one. What courses to bring in the vocational schools or vocational colleges or in our colleges? Remove all outdated courses. It won't help. Yes, we studied. Not teaching of outdated skills. It won't help. We are in the 4th industrial revolution. We've studied in the 3rd industrial revolution. That is our problem. Our teachers will belong to the 3rd industrial revolution. That teaching will not help. Now it has all changed. Smart factory. So technologies like AI, machine learning, robotics, industrial automation, IoT, all these are necessary. 5th one, foreign companies. Yes, America can see. Remember Donald Trump saying that China copied from America. Yeah, to a certain extent possible because they were giving huge scholarships to go to America and all, and they get back and come back to the country. They're forced to come back. China, they have one what we call, I would not say advantage. It's a single party system. From the top, everything comes. Central government, it decides. State has not much right at all. Here we have. Okay, so a Chinese student after getting a scholarship decide not to come back. It's not possible. They will come back, but they invested wisely. And next, private sector participation. This I do not explain much. And then continuous reform. Yes, this is the thing. see, we are all stuck with the old syllabus. We say, no, we studied like that, BSc, MSc, and our senior teachers also, this is the we have been studying. See, that's a different story now. Now this all changed. Internet, digital technology, everything, it has changed. And I used to tell many teachers, is change the practicals, the old outdated practical, what use other than maintaining the workload? You touch that topic and it is a serious matter, so I don't want to do much about it. So, but there are institutions, international institutions, private universities, if they're coming up like that, what may happen? Yeah. And lifelong learning, yes, teaching is not going to be a good, easy job at all. Because every year, now the AI tool, you'll study one AI tool, next year another will come. So we have to update. Lifelong, we have to study. Earlier, no, if I heard something, get a mark, and you can just keep on going like that. Oh, not okay. Now students can ask the question to AI. There are so many tools are there. Softwares are there. They will give very good answers. Okay. Then we go to, yeah, so this is China, India. So I think I have covered almost all the major points, why we are lagging and what we have to do to come up, and our country to come up also. Otherwise, as I have shown you, 10 GDP wise, 10 in the list is fine. But the difference between our nearby neighbor and this, it became obvious recent Indo-Pakistan war. And China was supplying all the fighter planes to Pakistan. So what's the advantage for the China? They are developing their own vehicle. They used it as a test ground. It was a shock for the Western researchers also. They have come out fighter planes which can compete with India purchased from Rafael or whichever matter with the company. And we lost our money. Now what I listened recently, I was hearing, their deserts are becoming solar parks, solar panel cheap. They are converting everything into solar parks. And this oil import also, within another 2 to 3, 4 years, they may stop it. Okay, so we cannot sleep like this. And various technologies know that we have to. And then we go to the next part. That's about, yeah, simple things are there, which we ourselves destroyed it. The power of assignments and seminars. It is actually skill development only. Each assignment, what happened when a student is, you ask them to write an article about the problems facing your farmers or the environmental issues in your region, not copy from book. And that lead to critical thinking, analytical capacity, writing skill of a student. But instead, what the student will do, 30 students are there, 30 of them will copy paste, and we will happily just click everything. We'll give good marks to each and everybody. And we are killing their skills. Next one, seminars. What happens during a seminar? When they're taking a seminar, the student will be, 30 students are there. They are sitting as a group and they're taking a topic. And when the topic is mistake, others will catch him and the teacher will reduce his mark. And this is how it should go. But instead, no, there are also seminars that become a farce. So what happens? Students lost the public speaking skills gone, interactive learning, because it may be the problem faced by the cotton farmers in Vidarbha, they are bringing there. And then others from non-Vidarbha regions come to know. And some may be from agriculture families. Others may not be. So a person from agriculture family can raise it nicely. So a lot of things are there. And presentation skills. When the same student, after his degree, when he has to present somewhere, he will have good skills. And this is all. But actually, what is our role? We teachers have a role. Underutilization of assignment seminars. So far, it has been going on like that. But now we have to. So this one example I saw. And one more thing, life skills, is already taken. Then another important area, otherwise social science and language teachers will catch me saying that I was after all this AI and all. It doesn't mean language and social science are not required. It is very much. See, for example, interdisciplinary, one I would take with one example. See, yeah, you have to bring in a fintech Apple, Paytm, to introduce that in the Maratha region. There will be a fintech example, Paytm, when you have to introduce it, and the credit scoring and all, or digital payment, loan app and all. The rural users, they don't follow the English. Someone has to, language teachers only can explain it. And the another thing, the communication capacity in regional languages, who will have? Teachers, language teacher has to, she should know this is there, but that's what I say, it is not going to, so more and more apps or anything will come. And then the other one is, the advantage of social science educators, they only know what are the social context there. What social context I'm speaking about? See, to introduce an item, a fintech item, the cultural, linguistic, economic reality of the region. That only language and social science teachers can explain. So it is necessary, and they are not going to be outdated. So number of apps will come, number of AI tools will come. These all will be in different languages. Each language requires experts there. And different locality. The one app which is successful in Maratha, Maharashtra will not be successful in Kerala. They should know what is the cultural context here and what is the thinking, and also language and social science are there. So what to be done? Yeah, another example is the Dasara and all. Students may have unique spending things, but one should know. App will not be knowing what is this Dasara, Ugadi and all. Festival specific budgeting tips, how to promote that app and for that language. App alone cannot. Okay. And next one. And for the language teachers, I would advocate go for this side. Computational linguistics is there. Languages, otherwise what happened now with AI tools and all, we can translate and you can write and all, grammar checking, everything goes with languages. So that's not becoming what we call relevant like. But language teachers with the computer expertise, the coding and all, not the complete coding and all, some basic knowledge. Okay, some knowledge means I'll come to that point. Interdisciplinary expert, they have to try about earlier pattern of studying English alone or Hindi alone and the language teacher alone, that will not help. They have to. That is why the NEP says a teacher should, a student can. They have the option of language student also can go and sit in the computer science paper, data science or whatever might know they want. They can study. And what is the requirement? What happens there? And for that, I take you to this line: computational linguistics. It is a subfield of AI. NLP is coming up. Interaction between computers and human natural language. That's a problem. You have seen that when we give some material for translation to AI tools, which when the text involves emotions, they are not able to do it properly. And the machine will say, yeah, I'm a machine. I have limitations in using the language and all. So they are all what we are seeing, the importance of language teachers. And that is what we call as the natural language processing. Okay, so the bringing in the natural language processing and the AI use and all, language teachers they have to become expert. And I will show you another example: discourse and social media. Social media, what kind of language used to say? Many teachers used to say, no, there is no grammar, nothing at all. That is the style now, whether you or me like it or not. This is the line. They are the successful people. Social media is going up. So what kind of languages be used in social media? And society attitudinal, that we have to. This is what we call as discourse analysis of social media. Okay. And that is one thing. Then another one, politicians. Example, the Donald Trump, the way he speaks and acts and all. Do you think he's a clown or anything? Nothing at all. It is all well studied. Then sentiment analysis and literature. Machine cannot do beyond a level. Okay, so NLP techniques are there. Analyze sentiment in literary text. Okay, authorship analysis, NLP techniques are there. So those who are interested, I would request you to join for and then translation English and all. It is being done by the AI tools, Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. But when it comes to the regional languages, yes, this is the requirement now: text analysis, language modeling, sentiment analysis. This all offers with the AI and a lot of options. Future also jobs will be there. So NLP is the path. And those who are interested in going for understanding more about it, this digital linguistics course is there starting 11th of this month. Calcutta University MMTTC is offering. Those who are interested, join the online course. It is a UGC MMTTC STP program. Okay, so if you see, okay, if you those who are interested, visit the site. And that's the key point about what I want to say. So now the questions, there were some questions I left like that. I hope now when I told you, when that questions came, I said you view the remaining part also. And the question was about whether the NEP will be able to cover all this thing, which was introduced only in 2020. And I'm in Kerala only last year. No, it was accepted here. What we can do. So it is a gradual learning. It will take time. And we are unfortunate generation of teachers like who caught in between. Like the same time we think about the teachers who come out with a new curriculum and with the better equipped from other places. Yeah, we cannot, because everything when it starts, there will be a lot of initial hiccups and we are caught in between. Like, okay, sir, somebody asked me a question. If you have any other questions, this is you can ask me. And I will not have answer for each and everything, but I'll try to answer. Okay, what is required, how we can sort it out and all, because ultimately this is all for our nation, our economy to grow. Otherwise, no. Now, as we have seen, yeah. Hello, all fed up? I try to bring in videos and then some interesting data. Either you can post it as your messages so that I can answer also. If you find difficult to, nobody here or no questions?
Dear participant, any questions?
Otherwise, I'll continue with the remaining part. But anyway, that's the point. No interaction means no. That PISA and all. I will share this paper, because sorry, this PDF with you. And this preparation I have done with a lot of my own research and all. There are a lot of links are there that will be useful for you. Okay. And I repeat, autonomous colleges compared to the non-autonomous college, better placed. Okay, when you next to your academic council meeting, your curriculum revision meeting, sit together and plan what to be brought in. Yeah, PowerPoint I'll be sharing. Nitin Garachi share, I'll be definitely the PDF I'll share with the group. Okay. So, any other questions? New message, please share. Okay, sir. I'll share the PDF. I'll give to the whom do I share with? I'll share with the MMTTC group, and then they will share with you. Tomorrow it is ending, so tonight I'll try to do that. Anything else? Then one more thing, is that nothing there? What is this National Skill Qualification Framework? Yeah, level 1, level 2. Earlier it was level 10. Now it is level 8 only. Level 8. Okay. So what is this level 8 revised National Skills Qualification Framework? It's very simple to understand because many are not aware of it. Level 1, level 8 in their qualification. See, the level 1 means one will be having 5th class education. 5th class. So with the 5th class education, what will be one's skill and knowledge and all. So with that knowledge and skill, aptitude, because he can be a helper or basic operator. Or in the other way, suppose private companies or the government companies are insisting helpers up to 5th class, only 5th class educated are allowed to work. Why? Because the basic knowledge should be there, how to read and all. So that is level 1 category. And level 2 means here you can see 8th class. So assistance industry, yeah. So with 8th class education, how much of knowledge skill you have? And the reason comes, why did you stop with your 8th class education? I don't know. Maybe you are not good in studies like that. Anyway, leave that. So level 8 means that is the highest form of education, PhD. So PhD, yeah. Here now so many PhDs, but normally internationally and all, a person with a PhD is highly respected. He's the scientist or researcher with lots of strategy, innovation, creativity. That's what he has seen. Companies, medicine company or the data analysis company or the econometrics analysis, everything. So PhD is level 8. He has the knowledge and the skill and competence to become a scientist and all. That is level 8. Okay. And in our colleges and all, we are with the degree first year, second year, UG 1 and UG 2, 4.5 and 5 level. That is, suppose your student after degree first year, he is leaving your college. So he will have the skill and knowledge of 1 year student, first year student to work as a junior technician like that. Okay. Basic skills only. Okay. But if a person is studying up to 2-year degree from your college, he's supposed to get the skill of to become a senior engineer, assistant manager and all. Okay. So level 5.5 is 3rd year degree. 3-year degree, a person reaches the 5.5. And why it becomes important? This is the international curriculum, like you can say. Because suppose you are in Canada or in New Zealand or Australia, there too, here you laugh at me, I know that. Here you can see level 2.5 and 3, look at carefully. 2.5 and 3. 2.5 is 9th standard education to become a tailor and a plumber. you require 9th education in many countries. In India, it is not required. But what may be the reason? So with a person with the 9th and 10th education, he has the basic qualities to become or knowledge to become a trailer or plumber. Without these degrees, you are not a licensed plumber. And if government will impose it or not, definitely it will happen. Otherwise, no, why should they bring in this NSQF level? So in future, this is going to happen. To become a private company or in the government company, a tailor, or to start your own industry as a tailor, you should have the qualification of 9th standard, 10th standard, like that. Okay. So similarly, okay. Then another point which people often confuse is level 6.5. Level 6.5 is 3+2 or 4+1 PG. So PG first year, 1 year PG after 4 years of UG. Okay. Otherwise, 3 years of UG plus 2 years of PG, altogether 5 years, and they are with the level 6.5 from arts and science colleges. Level 6.7 is for engineering PG. So a person with PG post-graduation, they can be kind for the senior job. They have the critical thinking knowledge compared to a level 1. Level 1 means only 5th class education. So he can apply only for certain jobs. That's why in the developed countries, suppose you are a person with a PhD holder, you will not be able to pass their interview to become even if you want to be a what we call a helper or a basic operator, that is not easy. They won't permit you to join because they know that later you may leave the institution. So that is the reality. And then we go to the NSQ of National Skills Qualification Framework I mentioned. Okay, and then we go to, now what's going to Higher Education Commission of India is coming. That's not part of it. That I'm skipping. And then this already we have seen. And there is one more thing that's about formal learning, informal learning. Formal learning is the learning we get from our schools and colleges and all. Okay, non-formally, suppose now you are a teacher and you are attending an online course, 6 months or 1 year, Coursera, anyone can attend, and that becomes non-formal. Informal education is very important. See, in addition to your regular teaching jobs, imagine, see, I have given a list: pottery, weaving, embroidery, or terracotta art, or if you're from, electrical plumbing. And that all means this is something dyeing, printing. I'll take one example. Traditional cooking also. You are a super cook. You know the preservation method or pickling. Yeah. Indigenous Indian knowledge system, food preservation technique. And that's all something which you learn from your community, your farmers, your family members, your friends. And that is what we call it as the informal education. How to recognize it and to understand the importance. I'll take you to, you are seeing here the people. And this website will take you to one site. Anyway, so here you are seeing a set of people from a region in Kerala. They are experts in making banks. They're making mat, this kind of mat. It is a mat from a sedge grass. It's a grass, it's a weed growing along the marshy region. So in that village, they have the expertise to make this kind of mats with good designs. And you are seeing another man. He is good in making basket with that material. So it is non-plastic. It is a traditional material and the sedge grass. And they have no education, no UG, no PG, no +2. But they are experts in this particular aspect, namely the weaving mat or basket weaving technique. How to grade them? Why? What is the need to know? See, imagine there are 100 people like this. Among the 100, in their community, it is their main job. There may be a few are very good in that, a few. And those 10, how to rate them? And for that, we have to find a methodology. If it is in an area near to your college or your institution, you have to find methodology to do the skill assessment. Skill assessment. I told you they do not have a school education, high school education, no, nothing at all. So skill assessment required to test their skill in basket weaving technique. Okay, take like that example, practical test or interview, and then you give them, your college is giving the certificate. So that certificate will help them to get an employment somewhere. Suppose to your region or village, some embroidery handloom company, international company is coming. They are looking for skilled people, and your certificate will be valuable for, as you see in this image, this person who was weaving the technique, it will become beneficial for them. That is one example. Other example is, I can show you other example, like, see, here is a craft village near to my place in Calicut. These ladies are basic education nil, but they are good in making ornaments with coconut fiber. I told coconut husk is a waste here, that fiber. And another fellow, he is good in this kind of crafts, wood crafts. And another one with the bamboo and all these kind of basket weaving technique and all. And then there are various other examples like that. Okay, so how to promote it? And that's what this RPL means, recognition of prior learning or certifying experiential learned skill. But in between, I said this skill now many teachers also may be knowing. That's what I said. Suppose in your department, one teacher is an expert in pickling, and that's a skill. Okay, and weaving, handloom framework, textiles and all, and he can, but he doesn't need a job. But anyway, he can get a certificate, and that will be helpful for him when the right opportunity comes. And that is what RPL is all about. Okay, I hope I made it clear. And this is also important. Then the startups and all, I'm leaving startup incubation now everywhere it is there. And for that, there are certain methodologies there. We have to think about it. So what is our role? Empowering teachers to empower students. Okay, so ultimately we all work together, and we hope this all NEP, and we can march forward. And the purpose of this NEP sensitization orientation is what? To give an overall view about what to do. And that's what I have done with my session. I hope I have met your expectations. If you have any doubts, you can ask me later. Or okay, so thank you very much. And I'm winding up. Nearly 3 hours now. You have been with some break. You have been sitting with me. So thank you very much once again. If any comments or anything to tell from the side of the coordinator, please come up.
Dear participant, any question? You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yeah, generally what happened now, because many of this information which I gave, yeah, sometimes there will be questions, but they accept it. So I think maybe, yeah, it was asked. Now one teacher told me she was so scared, not scared. She said, no, I have only 1 or 2 years of service. So I'm lucky. I said, no, that cannot be the attitude of all other teachers, because as I said, we are going to be in this field, and we have to find a way to help the youngsters. Okay. Okay, sir, I think, yeah, there is nothing specific. No questions in the either directly or, okay, we can wind it up. Now it is 4:58. NEP and skill development, why it is important. So our theory teaching, no, that's all gone. It won't help.
I think, sir, there are no question from the participants.
Okay.
Okay, so with your permissions, I will conclude the session.
Okay, sir, please do.
Thank you so much for your valuable time for this Maldives Missions training program. On behalf of Sant Garuda Baba Amravati University and Padma Shri Dr. Vijay Kulshreshtha College of Engineering, Markapur. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, yeah, for the opportunity, and my special thanks.
Kindly share the PPT, sir, with us.
Yeah, to which number I have to send it, or because tomorrow it is ending? No, if you give me some number, I will share the PPT to that number. That will be more easy. Your number?
Okay, sir. Kindly note that number 97
97
66
66
93
93
51
51
98.
98.
Okay.
9766935198. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Okay,
share
sir.
this and give to the group. Okay, so that
This
will be
presentation is very useful for our institute, that our institute already in the process of autonomy.
okay, sir. Yeah. That it should be autonomy. Yeah, autonomy should come, sir, because then you have a lot of advantages now. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much to all of you for bearing with me. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Special thanks to you also, sir. Nitin Karche, sir. No, you are talking to me. No, am I right?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you.